The message I'm about to share with you may not be well received by many people. And the reason why it won't be well received is because it's hard to understand, not understand, what is actually happening because we're so distracted. It's important to understand that history repeats itself. Well, history often rhymes. And if you look back over 500 years, like Ray Dalio has done, you will see very, very, very familiar patterns to what's happening right now. And that's how I make my decisions. I don't focus on some invisible enemy. I don't argue about left and right. I don't point out other people's differences trying to get people to fight. What I do is I pull myself to a 30,000 foot overview and I look down at the whole ecosystem. And I look for historical patterns, human behavior patterns, and my own patterns. And through my deep economic research, 8 to 9 hours a day since I left corporate America in 2017, I have found that this is nothing new under the sun. What we're going through is historical right now. And the fact is, inaction is action. Indecision is a decision. So you keep hearing the Great Reset, the Great Awakening, and the biggest transformation in human history in our financial system. So what does that mean? Well, let's start with understanding where we're at in America. We're at 120% debt to income ratio. If you were at 120% debt to income ratio, if you had more debt than income, what would happen to you? You'd be bankrupt. Number two is 33% of our debt is held outside of the United States by two countries. One starts with a J and one starts with a C. America has to keep raising or suspending its debt ceiling to pay for critical services, which you deem that your retirement. Hopefully I'll get Social Security. Our 401k is a tax code that's designed to keep Americans poor. Just look up the numbers, guys. Fidelity, the largest 401k holder. In 2022, there's 294,000 millionaire accounts. That's it. Look at the population of America. Since 1971, we detached from the gold standard, making our money fake, and every dollar in the system is someone else's debt. Just like 1971, and the reason why they detached us from the gold standard is because they didn't have enough gold to service the dollars in circulation. So they told you it was to protect you from speculators. Well, now they're trying to protect you from speculative cryptocurrency, which are non-bank financial institutions, allowing us to take sovereignty in our money. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? At the same time, in 2023, they don't have enough money because there's too much debt in the system. So if the system doesn't keep going with you borrowing, it's on the verge of collapse. This is just economics. It's not my opinion. It's what's happening. So we're going to look at Ray Dalio's Changing World Order, and I'm going to show you the news that happened yesterday, and I'll allow you to make an informed decision. The next 16 to 24 months are going to be absolutely crucial, and these videos will age very, very well. So pause this video and take a look at this. So this is a changing world order. We are now in 13, 14, 15, 16 for America. So we became less productive, overextending. We're losing our competitiveness, and the wealth gap since 1971 had become catastrophic in America. In my YouTube video yesterday, I show you guys this. We have large debts. We printed money like crazy since 2012. Specifically 2020 to 2021 and 2020 to 2021, the wealth gap became massive in America and globally. We have internal conflict happening right now. Left and right, you're seeing it on TikTok. Everybody's going back and forth. The left and right are designed to get us to fight. They're pointing out your differences. When our DNA is more than 99% alike, they take the 1% that separates us and they make us fight against each other, which is a distraction from all the other things I'm going to show you. You have a loss of a reserve currency. All these TikTokers and YouTubers say, oh, the switch is going to hit on July 4th and July 20th. Guys, it's slowly transferring right now. Yes, we're going to have a loss of reserve currency in America. We can't be the dominant currency anymore. How could a country that has the worst economic policies around finances be the reserve currency? Everybody's done with the dollar. But that doesn't happen overnight. That's a long transition. Weak leadership? I don't know. Comment here. What do you think? Do you think America has strong leadership? And then we go into civil war and revolution, which I'm going to show you. Well, that's happening right now. What is happening on TikTok? Left and right is going against each other, all these agendas back and forth. This is designed to keep you distracted from the real issues, which is this stuff, right? And this stuff. So our grandparents and their grandparents went through this part, and some of our parents, now we're facing this. So this is your reality right here. An indecision is a decision. Doing nothing is a decision. So if you pause this news yesterday, a federal judge in Louisiana ruled Tuesday that Biden's administration likely violated the First Amendment by censoring unfavorable views on social media. I'm just showing you the news. So they said basically they need to get the hell off social media. They got to stop messing with social media and messing with free speech. This is what our brothers and sisters all over the world are seeing. In the White House, cocaine was found in White House. I mean, come on, guys. This is our leadership. Right here, cocaine found in the White House, July 4th. And then yesterday, it's important to pause and listen to this because I've been sharing the financial narrative, right? Not the political narrative, but the financial narrative for me. That's what I focus on. That's my expertise is macro microeconomics. So this is the Ukrainian president talking about that Russia planted something on one of their hydroelectric power plants, and it was basically to take it out, a nuclear power plant. And there's other sources saying that it's actually Ukraine that planned its own attack. And if you pause and read this, I've been sharing you guys this narrative. Since 2022, basically the BRICS countries and other countries have been working to de-dollarize, which goes back to this, right? Because of this. So this isn't really tinfoil hat. It's not pie in the sky. This is facts, figures, numbers, logic. Based on Ray Dalio's deep research of over 500 years in cycles and rise and falls of superpowers, we are experiencing it to the T. The issue too is in our living history, we're experiencing things that have never been experienced in our grandparents or our parents' lives. A war narrative, a climate change narrative, and a socio-geopolitical narrative, where people within their own countries, specifically America, are now battling against each other about our differences. When everybody should be doing is getting their own shit together. That's what I say at every single video, and it's endearing. It's me getting my shit together. I'm not worried about what my neighbor is doing or worried about what Biden is doing or worried about anybody else is doing. What I've done since 2020 is I've made very good decisions for my family. I've worked on meditation, fasting, breathing, connecting to Christ at the highest level that I can, being a good father, being a good owner of companies, providing information to the public, not fearing judgment, and trying not to cause hate or destruction because I'm flawed myself and I need to pull the log out of my eye before I pull the straw out of yours. I understand that in the beginning creates the end. It's my decisions. It doesn't matter who becomes president for me next year. It's my decisions today that create my future tomorrow. I stop waiting for a savior and realize that I've already been saved. I realize that if I look in the sky, the birds will precede me. If I look in the ocean, the fish will precede me. If I look inside, I'll find the kingdom, and I'll find from within, it creates the without. And I understood that getting into the kingdom of heaven is to be like a lowly child, which is to be present within this current moment and do the things that I can do now. And I realized that when I cast judgment, it only condemns me. And when I can master judgment, Judas on the right, I move Judas from the right, which is judgment, which gets me in the right hemisphere of the brain, which is creativity. And what I can think about, what I can believe in my heart, think in my mind, will eventually become my words and become my reality. If I can see it in my mind, eventually I can hold it right here in my hands. What I repeatedly do gets ingrained in my subconscious mind. What gets ingrained in my subconscious mind becomes my unconscious reality and activities. So I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Go make some good decisions today. Go be a good father. Go be a good partner. Start working harder on yourself than you do anything else, and watch what happens in the next 16 to 24 months. You'll live a completely different reality than everybody else. Stop trying to escape the matrix and create the matrix. You came from the womb, which is the matrix. Warriors, rise! Get your shit together. Love you guys. Remember, I will never proactively DM you on WhatsApp, Telegram, or Instagram. We do not invest people's money. Use discernment. Those are all scammers. We have an education academy linked in my bio here, the Warrior Academy, but we will never ask you to send us money. You will know you're interacting with my team. Use discernment. I don't care if it ruins my videos by doing this every single time. It's more important for me to protect my friends, protect my family. There is no get rich quick. It's getting wealthy for sure by changing the foundation, which rewires the situation. Love you guys.